Hi, I'm Marissa Hershenson, and I'm doing my self-help project on First Draft in 30 Days by Karen Weisner. What it's about basically is how to write a first draft in 30 days, as it says. So the book has over 10 chapters, but the actual 30 days part is broken up into 6 of those chapters. Chapters 2 through 7, I believe. So 5 to 6 chapters. What the chapters are is the preliminary outline, researching the idea, the evolution of my story, the formatted outline, strategizing the formatted outline, revising said outline, and then putting it all together. Inside each chapter is a set of days. So for the first few days, it's basically character sketch, plot sketch, setting sketch, all of that. And then second chapter, it goes along as it says. So the way I'll be doing this is, obviously you can't exactly watch me write, but you'll see the beginning, so the before and the after, basically. So how this will work is I've printed out the character sketch pages and I've analyzed it. And what will happen is you'll see my before and my after, and I'll explain to you how I started and how I finished. Basically, my project will be a little bit different since you can't exactly watch me write, as I said, because it's not exactly something that should be recorded, because basically you'd be watching me write, and it could take me up from 2 minutes to 30 to an hour, who knows. But watching me write isn't exactly, well, workable. So it will be basically me writing the book, and I'll be formatting, and I'll even be verbally brainstorming how I come up with things. As they said, the coffee pot idea, I'll go into that. It'll be very intricate, and, well, that's all, folks. So this is my first progress report, or update. What I did the past week is I created my characters, the settings of their homes, work, plotline, and I guess I'll be sharing some of it with you. So my main character was created with using this. Obviously, it's backwards to you, but what it says is character sketch, title of the story, name, nickname, birthday, place, character role, physical description, age, race, eye color, hair color / style, skin tone, style of dress, characteristics, mannerisms, personality traits, background, internal conflicts, external conflicts, occupation / education, and miscellaneous notes. Now see, previously when I created a character, what I did was I used this notebook that you guys see me carry everywhere with me. See, it says, if you could read, which you can't read backwards, it says character creation notebook.
How do you create a character? Is there any certain type of method you use, or is it just pop character?
Again, I'm very messy with my writing.
Okay.
So I will just suddenly, my main character comes to me, and like the surrounding characters. And if there's a character I really want to use, I will write something from their perspective. It doesn't even have to be what the plot will be. And then the just surrounding characters will come to me. And with that comes the character. But the most important thing that I do is backstories. You don't have to quite write it, but you still have to put it out there.
Like have it out there mentally, basically.
At least that.
Okay.
This way was much more elegant. It made it easier for me to create my character. My main character's name is Veronica Tabs. Her nickname is either Ronnie or V. She comes from small town Colorado. It's made up. Don't look it up. She's the protagonist. She's 19. She's white, dark green eyes, dark auburn messy braid left side, medium skin tone, style of dress, comfortability. That's how she dressed. She has to be comfortable. She's investigative, inquisitive, loyal, tactful, persistent. Her dad is a PI. Her mom died when she was 7. 2 older brothers, 1 younger. Internal conflicts, school, figuring out why. I'll tell you why later. And protecting Tanny, which is her roommate, whose name is Bethany. And she's a double major in journalism and psychology, and she's a waitress. And then the second character is Rebecca Bethany Robbins, who is her best friend, Veronica's. And then my villain is Darren McCall, who happens to be Bethany's boyfriend. And I created my sketch, and then here's my setting, which is Baskerville University. Made up again. I created Bethany's and Veronica's home life, basically their apartment. Darren, he was also created. I did a research list on what I need to know. Knives, aorta, poison, med student jobs. My plot. Now see, my plot is very, very much in depth. It's my story goal, subplots, plot tension, the release, the downtime, black moment, not movement, which is when is basically the climax. I also figured out how I would be writing this because the story is basically going to be a short story, about 30 pages, and it's going to be a kind of murder mystery. Veronica is the victim, and she's murdered. You find out in the first few pages she's murdered. I'll tell you by who in a little bit. And that's what happens, and she has to figure out, why did he kill me? What did I do? Did I come in at the wrong moment? And you'll see as the story progresses. So I'll see you again. Catch you later on my next update.
So, question number 1. How do you develop your story or your plot?
I write really messily. So I kind of just have an idea, and then I mentally outline. So I know what's going to happen at the beginning, at the end, and more or less in the middle. I get ideas, and they just periodically come to me. And so when I write them, when I write, sometimes I'll just get really good ideas, not so great ideas, and it will just eventually work into the whole story.
Okay, anything else you wish to say?
The key to writing is just to write.
Okay.
So the second part that I'm at involves researching my idea, and it gives you several sheets on dialogue, facts, minor characters, and all of that. So what I did was I made my own sheets. I didn't really go into the factual sheets because I found those pointless for myself. But for me, I created a dialogue sheet to write specifics of what my character says. For an example, for Bethany, she has a slight southern accent and she says, "Dear Lord," all the time. That's her expression. Darren is proper and has an undefinable accent. And Veronica is sweet, kind of has that like sweet voice, but also very inquisitive and journalistic. She really doesn't have an expression yet because I'm trying to figure one out. For minor characters, I have the detective, Marks. That's going to be his name, I believe. And like the neighbors to where the murder is. And that's really it, because there really aren't too many minor characters, since this is going to be a short story about 30 pages. So that's it.